Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 80/60 rule. I'm Mark, and I am 60 years old.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 80/60 rule. I'm Greg, and I'm 80 years old.
It's nice to see you, Greg. People may wonder how much we talk and everything. We haven't really talked a whole lot since the last time we got together on the 80/60 rule. So, right? We haven't really,
No,
right?
no.
Yeah. So we got plenty to catch up on. What's on your mind?
I've
Because
just seen these things throughout the week, and I thought we just discussed a couple. Just play with Nancy Pelosi. That really is disheartening to me, and I know it's I don't want to say 90% of the company, public, 95% of
Well, it
whatever,
should be disheartening to 100% of the public
100%, yes.
who is against people breaking into somebody's houses and hitting somebody with a hammer. So that should be kind of universal that we're against that. I mean, there isn't any. I don't think there's any wiggle room for going. Yeah,
But there are crazies everywhere. You got to say there's a couple percentage, whatever, who who are not sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But it
So
should be 100%
yeah,
that are against somebody being hit on the head with a hammer. So,
yeah, should be ahead people that be kind to each other. But
right.
uh,
Right. And that's just kind of the unfortunate situation that we're in, that we really have to be aware of how negativity fuels negativity. And we have
yeah,
to
yeah,
somehow put a good spin on, not a good spin, but we have to somehow be positive with each other and respectful of each other,
yeah.
no matter
I'm
what the
really. It's
situation
just
is.
like this is a way out analogy, but it was just interesting. Like I remember when the White Sox won the championship, they were in the World Series. I said to a couple of people that are I didn't know what they were White Sox fans, and I hope the White Sox win the World Series. They said, "What? I couldn't care that. I don't want the White Sox. I'm strictly for the Cubs. I hate the White Sox. I hope they lose." So
Oh,
you can't take anything that's supposed. They can't take anything that's you think is a harmless thing.
right.
But
Right.
people can say,
Yeah, I'm as big a sports fan as there is, but it took me a long time in life to kind of like uh, 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 temper down my or tamp down my blind sort of allegiance to a team. I don't have that anymore, and it's kind of like refreshing. It makes me feel a little bit liberated, where I don't have to live and die with a team like I used to growing up. I appreciate or admire the sport or the athleticism or the strategy.
yeah,
Like when
yeah,
one team is down and the other one comes back and everything. That's what I like. But anyway, back to what you were talking about. I'm just happy that they caught the perpetrator, so then they can get to the bottom of it that
yeah.
way, rather than somebody being on the loose and we just
I
speculate.
just can't understand, Mark. I guess I attribute a lot of stuff to my age now. I go, well, man, how somebody can do that. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I really don't get it.
Well, you lived through. I barely remember, like barely remember. You lived through 1968,
Right.
which when you kind of talk about, and also you lived through the Kennedy assassination, where we kind of think this is as bad as it's ever been,
Yeah.
but history kind of repeats itself, and we're in this cycle now, very similar to 1968, where there was just such um hatred, I guess. I don't know, just going on, because 1968 was a very Martin Luther King,
What
Robert
did Daly say about the protester?
Daley said, I'm
Shoot to
issuing a
kill?
shoot to kill order anybody demonstrating in the street. Yeah, so meaning, and that's more than 50 years ago. So we've been here before. It's just kind of sad that we repeat things like this. Each generation has to kind of figure out on their own of like, wait a second, we're going in the wrong direction. We need to course correct.
What is interesting to me though, Mark, to me, it's I've never seen like the animosity towards each other.
It's social media.
That's right. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's social
The
media.
animosity towards each other.
Years
Like,
ago, nobody knew what I felt. Nobody knew what you felt except your family and your close friends.
right, right. And then
Now everybody knows
you were
whatever.
always instructed to keep politics and religion out of this issue,
Right,
right?
right.
So
Yeah.
you're so right. What's happening now? All right. So
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up.
Well,
And
let me just mention they're actually running some courses now in I think in high school and in colleges of how to be a good taker inner. That's not a word, but taker inner of information. How to be able to disseminate between stuff that's just made up or stuff that's legitimate, that's honest and truthful. So they're actually running courses now, which is that's an indication you could actually take a course on how to be a good receiver of information, meaning more discerning rather than just believing everything you see.
yeah,
There's generations, I'd say from like 15 years up to your age of we've never been trained on how to or taught on how to disseminate information. We always just assumed everything was true when Walter Cronkite talked about it, right? We just assumed
yeah.
everything was true.
Eric
Now,
Severide, yeah.
yeah, Eric Severide, yeah. We're kind of figuring out that people have their own agendas. Networks have their own agendas. So maybe what they're telling me is not the truth. It's benefiting them, not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
And I think it's kind of cool that they're having kids. It's actual requirement to learn how to take in this information and be a little bit better listener and watcher than just thinking everything you see and hear is true.
There's let me throw this out to you. I heard about this last night, and not to discuss it now, but I couldn't believe my daughter was telling me that she was talking to a friend of mine, a friend of ours, her 7-year-old. He's 7 or 6 years old, whatever, 8 years old, and he's taking Spanish
Yeah,
in elementary school.
sure.
Really?
That's when to learn. It's like skiing, right? When you're going to learn to ski, they teach you when you're 2, 3 years old because you have no fear and you're just like
Shouldn't a 7-year-old be able to trying to master English first?
but maybe they are.
All right. Okay.
Who's to say that you can only do one at a time?
Okay.
This thing's a pretty amazing thing.
Okay. All right.
We
We'll
limit
discuss
it.
that more. I just okay.
All right.
What? And then okay, it's just like whoa.
Well, whoever that 6 or 7 year old is going to have a leg up on anybody who doesn't do that going forward. It
Okay.
doesn't have to be Spanish. It could be Japanese.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was just like whoa, like, do they know? Okay. Let's talk
Do
about
they
it.
know I before E except after C?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Another thing, how things have changed. Right away, when somebody's arguing with somebody, right away they go into anger management. How anger management is. Right.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Yeah, if this everything, well, whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, what am I
Yeah.
saying? Whatever.
Whatever. All right.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing next, I would like to talk to you about just to make sure people get the booster shots. And they said with the COVID cases, the influenza season, another, they call it the RSV. It's a third pathogen. So just to let all those subscribers to talk to your doctor.
Yeah, RSV has been around. It's very common in children. So
Really? Yeah.
yeah, it's been
News to
around.
me.
Yeah.
News to me. Just like the subscriber to talk to your doctor.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Next, in Iran. No. Let me go to another one.
Oh, all right. We're not going to Iran. Okay.
Next, we'll go afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
I'm in order, sequence.
Oh, okay. All right.
This was a headline in the paper. The mood of America goes up and down with the price of gas. And
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah. So what's your mood right now?
Where I'm going to go get gas, it's cheapest around.
No, so your mood is
And it went down. It's
it went
down.
down. So okay, so your mood is so you're a how far would you travel to get cheap gas? Or cheaper than
I've traveled like because of the principle.
right.
That's why I do it. Not that because I don't want. I would rather not do it, but I feel like I'm giving in to people that are 10 cents more or 15 cents more than another person, and I'll travel that 5 miles
Yeah. Yeah.
to show my protest.
Right. Right. I'm gonna give this guy my money who's not gouging me at the pump rather than give it to that guy who is gouging me at the pump.
Yes,
And I don't even know how it works. How does it work? Who sets the prices? Does that
I don't know.
individual?
I just don't understand. If there's two gas stations together, and we have them, we're in two gas stations together, or three gas stations together. Why at least two of them are at the same price?
Right.
I would have tried if you're at 3.95, for example, I would try and come in at 3.94
Yeah.
to get that. Hopefully, that I can get more people,
Right.
more the volume. But
What if you sold milk at your gas station and the gas station across the street was $2.99. I'm just, $3.99, whatever. Would you try to be lower than them on milk?
probably not.
But so if you ran cheaper gas prices, more people are going to stop at your place and then buy your expensive milk. So that would be the thing. Draw them in with the lower
I'm
gas.
not even thinking of that. It's just that I wouldn't be thinking like I would be thinking about the gas.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm not the opposite, but my wife is a little bit more of aware of what prices are what, as she's driving around. I kind of tend to go to my own place that I always go to, basically just because I know it's going to go up and down. But it is interesting when you are on a corner and you're pumping the gas and you look across the street and that guy is 20 cents cheaper. That's
And
when it hits me.
what's interesting, if I'm pumping gas and it's 20 cents cheaper where I am, and I see a guy or a woman pumping gas across the street, and I know it's 20 cents more, I'll ask myself, why is she doing that?
Hmm.
Why are they going over there? What's wrong with them?
Yeah. Maybe she's like me. I don't like to cut across traffic when I'm coming to the gas station.
Oh
That's
yeah,
probably my age thing.
I don't like them to go. If I want to go left.
Yeah, I go to one on my right.
Yeah.
And I'm paying the extra 20 cents so I don't get in an accident on the way out of my
yeah.
gas station.
It's just interesting how we view things.
Yeah.
Iran is one of my favorites of the Iranians. Iran, turmoil sweeps us. 1,000 people mourn a woman and a person who died in custody.
1,000 people what?
Mourned her at the funeral. We're at the funeral.
Oh,
mourn her.
Yeah.
And according to the rights group, at least 216 people in Iran have been killed in protests since September 16th.
Yeah. So it's been going on less than a month.
They keep doing it.
No, less than 2 months.
The country's going to go that eventually is going to go down. I hope.
Yeah. More power to the demonstrators standing up for mostly women's rights, that what they're standing up for, right?
Well, yeah, women's right.
Yeah.
The rights of all people there.
Right.
All you have to do is get people that have daughters. Would you want your daughter?
Right. Yeah. I always go to that. I always think about that. I was like, don't we respect our daughters? I mean, why would we? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think, yeah. Another one I have that's interesting to me, Mark. A Michigan teenager admitted to murder in a school attack, and
Admitted to what?
to murder that he did murder in Michigan. It was a big deal.
The school
Um,
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ethan Crumbly.
Oh,
He answered yes, everything. Um, it said that the defendant also made a disclosure that could play a role in the defendant's parents' pending criminal case. The gun, he said, was not locked.
and how old was this kid?
Uh, he's in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
And are the parents saying that it was locked up?
yeah, yeah, but they said it was secured. They said, you know, I mean, I think a lot of this stuff you got to go after the parents.
Yeah, I agree.
I come from an area, and I know where Highland Park is in Illinois. What those parents did, they took practically no responsibility.
Right.
Right? Got to
Right.
go after the parents.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Plus,
were.
I think of
There was another one. I kind of conflate all these. There was another one, maybe 6 months ago. I can't remember where the shooting was, but there was the two parents who went on the run. Do you remember that?
yeah,
After
yeah.
and they caught up with them.
I think that was this. That was this. What I'm just saying about.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You're right. That was this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they're holding them
Michigan.
accountable, aren't they? Still in
Yeah.
custody?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. President pleaded not guilty.
Oh, that's that one. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, it's like parents.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop acting like you didn't know what was going on. And actually, that you should be guilty of not knowing what's going on if you don't know what's going on with your
Yeah.
teenage son.
Like I look at the who's been killed in Chicago. I read that stuff. A lot is like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Why are you out there that 3 in the morning?
Right. Nothing good is going to happen at that time of night.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't get it, Mark. That's
Yeah, I don't
I
get
think
it
that-
either.
I think I've had the hard to understand as I get older. Again, I don't get it.
Right. Right.
You know, I should go off on this too, but I will. Like I don't know. I understand tattoos, but all over your face, everywhere. Like my gosh,
Yeah.
what do you know? Why are you doing that? I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah. It's because they can. It's as simple as that.
Was a buddy of mine said if you were 18 years old, you would probably have done it years ago. And they had tattoos then. Who knows? But it's just I just don't get it. Like I think I don't know if I told you once. I saw a guy at a club, golf club. What do you have in a locker room? It said they had tattoo cross. It said beer belly. Now it's something that I don't even get that, but yet I was at a bar, Philadelphia Eagles bar. All right. And I see a guy, so it's an Eagles bar, Eagles game, and the guy shows me, he puts up his and it's right here. Can you see this? And it said he tattooed the 83, the Philly special when the Eagles scored the touchdown.
Now the Philadelphia special when they scored
the special. He had the diagram
of the X's and O's.
Yeah. So I excuse that because that's all right. But
that one's okay.
It was creative,
But if the guy had it across his face, then you'd go, no, he's going too far.
I guess so. Yeah. He was like, yeah. Like, what are you doing? Again, I don't get it sometimes. And
you and I have plenty of prime real estate if we wanted to get like
yeah. I mean, Crybeer could have the whole top of the United States.
Right. We could, right there.
So it's just now the next thing.
Let me just say, I think in about 40 years, let's just say Netflix is going to be around, even though it won't, because there'll be different ways to get our video content. But in about 40 years, there's going to be hundreds of documentaries interviewing people who got tattoos during this time that we're in right now who regret it, because it's just going to be like this whole, you know what I mean? They're going to be interviewing people. Do you regret it? Yeah, I regret this one here. You
It's
know,
interesting you said about documentaries. Of all the documentaries, of all the things, I like documentaries. I really
yeah, me
like them.
too. Me too.
That CNN is cutting the budget for that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to pull
And I
back.
really like it. I just finished the 6 episodes. I had taped it on Rupert Murdoch. It was really fascinating.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The Murdochs,
Yeah.
the,
Yeah. Yeah, what I think they should do, because they kind of run them, you know, you never know when they're going to be on and everything. They're pretty well produced. Maybe they should put them on their streaming channel and just have a you know, almost a separate sort of category for, you know, CNN presents, or, you know, MSNBC presents, whatever, these documentaries, because there's some fine content there. But they throw them on the their channel that's supposed to be the revenue stream, their news channel. I think they're, you know, they're asking for trouble by having them be lost in the shuffle. They should produce them and then have a dedicated streaming channel for their documentaries. People would go to that, I think.
Yeah. I want to see next is Bolinaris, the guy from Brazil. I think he's from Brazil. Bolinaris.
Bola. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Bolarama.
yeah. So, yeah, I was going to, there's been really the thing on. I really keep these. I love watching these.
Yeah, me too. I love documentaries. For some reason, during the fall and winter, documentaries just feel better in the fall and winter, like when the weather's a little bit chilly or whatever. I love to watch a 3 or 4 part documentary, and then the day's gone, as opposed to like during the summer when there's stuff to do and everything. So
Yeah. But if I don't do it, I said I can't. Don't tape things and then you watch it. That's stupid.
yeah,
You
right,
know.
right.
Next, that's an interesting. I saw this airlines. I never thought of this. That airlines. I mean, they're getting hurt as delivery to the snag about trying to order more planes. There's supply parts, the problems, and all that. For trying for Delta and American and all that to have more, they need more planes because more people are traveling.
So
Right.
what do you mean supply side or supply lines?
Carriers wait a supply chain snags, so deliveries of new planes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, so then that leads to less planes to fly people around. So more,
exactly.
oh, all right.
Isn't that
Okay.
interesting?
Yeah. I thought travel was down, but it's not.
No, that's no, no. It's hot.
Hot. All right.
Yeah,
Travel is hot. Okay.
yeah. Um, just interesting. Let's talk about an interesting thing to me. James Corden. I like James Corden. I think he's funny.
Oh, James Corden. Yeah. Okay.
I think he's funny.
Yeah.
But I'm going to read this. It says, see what you think. What would you do?
Okay.
And it's something, after all this happened, I'm going to say at the end, you knew it was serious because instead of telling jokes on the show, that after that, he started by twice showing his elderly parents in the audience. So
Oh, instead of joking about, so what you're talking about, that he got kicked out of a restaurant, banned from a restaurant.
So instead of making jokes on the show that he kept showing his parents.
So his parents were in the audience, and he said,
yes.
Here's my mom and dad, everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
And here's what happened. I can read it to you. He came enraged after his wife's order of an egg yolk omelet arrived with egg white mixed with the yolk.
So this is what the restaurant's view was. He became enraged because the order came back wrong.
Right. After
Right.
demanding a new dish and receiving a second try and mistakenly replacing salad with facing salad and receiving the second try
You're back
salad
up a
with
little, Greg.
okay.
Yep.
Instead of the egg yolk, okay, I chose the egg yolk. After demanding a new dish and receiving a second try mistakenly replacing salad with home fries, court reportedly erupted. You can't do your job. Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself.
Yeah. I think he's a diva. He's a male diva. He's a Devo. Not a Devo, but he's a diva.
Yeah.
You can't talk to, if the pandemic told us anything, it's appreciate your servers, appreciate your people in
Yeah,
restaurants,
yeah.
appreciate your fast food people, and don't act like you can't deal with somebody getting something wrong. You know, just
Yeah.
roll with the punches.
He
Deal with it.
apologized. He apologized, and then the owner said he's the most abusive customer to my servers.
Yeah, yeah, that's a guy who's believing his own press clippings. It's
Yeah,
like, are you a nice, funny guy, or are you just that when the TV camera's on?
yeah,
So
that's right. It's
if
interesting.
if
So,
if that sets you off, maybe you should not go out to eat anymore because, you know, there's plenty of times where things aren't right and you just handle it. You just deal with it. You say, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is wrong. Can you try again? Thank you." That's it.
it's interesting because uh, I wasn't going to do anything, but it's like oh, let's say something. I had to go to a private funeral, and I'm having some problems with my teeth. I need my diet is just to have things that are soft.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I cannot have rice.
Oh, okay.
So I love cream of chicken
Cream of chicken with rice.
with rice.
Yeah.
I said, what do I do? So I go to the manager and I say, I got a problem. You think you could strain the rice? And he says, we're busy. I don't know. Talk to the waiter. I go to the waiter. He says, we're
Really?
busy.
That's what they said?
Yeah. I said, okay. I said, well, Greg, don't make an issue out of it.
Yeah.
So then I said, don't make an issue out of it. Just don't go back to that restaurant anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah. Then my nephew who was with me says, come on, this for the rice? You're not going to go back? Yeah, I'm not going to go back because there's many other places I can get.
Right. Well, it's not so much because of the rice, it's the way the manager said, we're busy, talk to the waiter, see what he can do.
Yeah,
No, it should be if they're busy, they should say, "Oh, I'd really love to do that. Unfortunately, we're so busy. I don't know if we can, take the time." You can explain it in a way that gets you going. Like, okay, maybe I'll order something else today.
yeah,
Also, it seems like they could do it without making a big deal out of it.
yeah. Well, I should have said, give me another bowl. I'll do it. No.
Yeah. Give me a bowl and a strainer, please, on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what's this? Let's talk some sports, huh?
All right. Let's
All
talk.
right.
All right.
What a fun time to be in baseball now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really exciting. This World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, just a team that's some people hated because of their cheating.
Oh, Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
Another team saying, "My gosh, they
Yeah.
were the last place team to get into there, and look at them,
Yeah. Baseball fans hold grudges, and
Yeah.
everybody remembers what the Astros did, and that they really, really weren't penalized for it. If
Yeah.
nobody remembers, or if anybody doesn't know what they were stealing signs, but not like by peeking in at the catchers. They were banging a garbage can,
Yeah.
depending on what the camera picked up the pitch to be, right? Yeah.
I used to have no problem with stealing signs. I don't have no problem stealing it. Like if I observe you doing something, I can tell that what you're doing.
Right. If
That's
I'm
not
on
stealing.
second base and I'm looking at the catcher and there's a way for me to signal to the batter, okay. But when they bring in the garbage can, that's where I draw the line. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was also with Altuve, wasn't there something where he here, let me use a computer mouse here. Didn't he have like a pager or a beeper? Wasn't there like speculation that he had it on like inside his jersey, and instead of banging the garbage can, they would buzz the. So if when he's up to bat, if this vibrated right here, he knew it was going to be a curveball, or he knew it was going to be an off-speed
Oh,
pitch. Did you ever hear anything about that?
no, no.
Oh, because there's a clip. Search it. There's a clip where he hits a home run, and it was a walk-off home run, I think.
Oh,
And
yeah, he took it. I remember that.
no, they were going to rip off his shirt, but he's going like this because
Yeah.
he didn't want him to rip off his shirt.
But I sit there with him. I'm watching people, hardly anybody. They all say hello to him, the players, the opposing team.
Yeah, that's why baseball fans hold grudges. Baseball players don't hold grudges, except maybe what's his name? Baumgartner. He's a big grudge holder there. But yeah, baseball fans hold grudges. I don't even know if this is true. So I'm talking about conspiracy theories earlier in our broadcast here, and here I am adding to a
I hear you're
conspiracy
spreading
theory.
things.
Yeah,
Now it's all over the press. It's going to go
viral.
Yeah, right. My gosh, Mark.
I know.
Mark.
I got to be more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NFL. It's such a thing. You never know who's going to win it. The Eagles are 6-0. They could go 7-0, but you never know what they're after 17 games where they are.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah, and then also you got to stay healthy.
Yeah. I've been loving the sports. I love sports, and the NFL. I told you get what a season. You got the NFL playing, Major League Baseball playing, the NBA is playing, the National Hockey League is playing.
Yeah.
The World Cup is next month.
World Cup is next month. That'll be cool. Yeah.
All these things together. Is that something? Isn't that something?
Great. It's
For
great.
me, Mark, I appreciate the value of sports in connecting with people, connecting with relationships.
I appreciate that value too. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah.
You know, it's a really. I wear an Eagle shirt. If you can see me, I wear a Philly shirt, and people I'm from Philly, or say I'm from Philly. I don't like Philly or this or that. Guys going to say I'm a Cowboys fan. I said I don't mind the Cowboys. I just don't like Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry Jones can also be. He wants to be also. He could be the water boy. He's the president, the GM, the coach. I'm sure he could be assistant offensive coordinator. Could do a better job. Right.
Yeah. A little bit of an ego.
Ego. My gosh.
Yeah.
So how about in college football? That's been exciting, right?
Yeah. Exactly. The only one who's not having a good time right now is Tom Brady. I think.
I was just going to say, yeah, Tom Brady. I think when he was gone for about 2 weeks, that was it. Remember, he was in camp for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles gave him,
So you're saying what was it?
The divorce.
Oh, that was the deal. Oh, okay. Yeah.
They iron out things out.
Well, I think that's what it's about. Isn't that what Giselle said?
Yeah.
She said, she probably gave him an ultimatum. You go back and I'm leaving. And he went back. So,
well, you know what? I don't want to pile on the guy. That's his passion,
Yeah.
He's 45 years old. He still wants to do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
and actually nobody would be talking about this if the Buccaneers were 6-0. But they're not scoring points. So that's why this, along with the divorce and everything, is just making everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't diminish because the guy, was one of the best, if not the best.
What do we have this week? Like the end of the World Series, right?
I thought you were going to say the end of the world. I was like,
no.
Wait, you buried the headline. Why'd you say that for the end? The end of the world there.
Yeah.
The end of the World Series, depending on how many games it goes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. By Saturday, it'll be over.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
do you like the season the way it was? The way I think it hurts the team that does better. Because if they lose one game of the first two, then they got to go to the team that was as good as them to play three.
Yeah, for three.
Happened with the Phillies.
Yeah. Yeah. So now the Astros are trying to split or at least to win a game in Philadelphia.
So they can come back.
Yeah, so they can come back. So yeah, this will be cool. I don't know who's pitching tomorrow because they're off today.
Ranger Suarez for the Phillies.
Okay, and I don't know who's pitching
And
for the
McCullers.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Both teams are in great shape with pitching, so we'll see. Depends on who can crack the code, and get a few base hits strung together. So
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah.
fun. It'll be a great week. It'll be a great week.
Yeah.
And then also just mentioning the NFL, those early Sunday morning games from Europe. Those are pretty cool. I like those.
Couldn't get it this morning. I was. Did you get it?
It was on ESPN
Amazon?
Plus.
Huh?
ESPN Plus. That's the
Oh.
problem. It's
Oh.
like, yeah, it's a little confusing. But
Yeah.
anyway, we should probably wrap this up.
Okay, Mark. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. I like a quick pace there, Greg. Nice stuff. Always very interesting. So I will talk to you later. We'll see what happens with our beloved teams this week, and everybody. Happy Halloween, trick or treat.
And what we'll be doing next, we're going to be doing the New York Times quiz.
Yeah, so we'll do a New York Times quiz coming up just to test our aptitude for remembering stuff.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Bye-bye.